Okay, I installed the injectors. You guys see how I took them out, took the rockers loose here, took all these rockers loose. Now the fuel here, I got them in no fuel position, and I got a barred engine over until the exhaust valves are wide open. And I have a slight issue because this valves were sticking. I sprayed them down and I worked it and I got them, but this one over here is still a little on the sticky side. Oop, a little too far. I'm going to bar it back just a little bit. Now, these two exhaust valves down. Take a micrometer. No. Vernier caliper, if I could learn to speak English here, or proper terms, however you want to say it. Here's what I'm using. I got a digital one because I like to be a dummy and cheat. Now you measure to the top of the injector. And I got 1.38 and 5/100ths of a thousandths, I guess. It has to be 146. I adjusted the other ones. I didn't show you guys installing the injectors because you seen taking them out. And I figured you'd understand the reverse procedure. If you must, I don't know, maybe you can go Google it somewhere and see how you install them, but I can put a little link maybe on here. Oh, Snickers, am I on the lock nut or not? There's a lock nut down here I'm trying to get loose. All the others come loose fairly easy. Okay, that one's loose. Now, push rod on this rocker, it's got a little flat on it that a 5/16 wrench fits on. Square, flat, whatever. I think you understand. And you get the wrench down in there, which is a small feat of itself. Trust me. I could have made this a little more user friendly. So I need to go tighten this a little bit. I need more movement on the push on the fuel injector. 145.55. Now that's cutting close. So when you tighten this nut up, you'll gain some. Just taking the slack out of the threads and everything else. So we'll see where we're at here. Oh, I bumped it over to metric. I don't know how I did that, but oh, if I'd stop getting the metric. Oh, I must have put 0. Bumped it. Of course. I was gonna say, man, I was real close. Can't believe it. 145.45. I gotta go just a little more. 146.3. It's like splitting hairs here, but we'll see how close we can get it. I've gotten the others real close, so. And I know I bumped something now because 146.1. Kind of feared that was too much on that last bite, but things got it. Come on. Oh, and I turn it off. Turn it over to metric. So let's see what I got here. I'm zeroed again. Kind of a bugger because on the back side of this. 145.6. I'm leaving it. 146 on the button. So, like I said, this valve over here is still a little sticky. Don't really want to start it, but I think if I spin it over to starter, because the piston pushes it back up. So I think if I spin it over to starter, I'm hoping that'll work itself free. Because it is pretty free. I mean, you can watch it when I bar it over and it'll pop back up. Otherwise, I wouldn't try it. But beans is popping back up on its own a little bit. It's not completely, like, got to be pushed all the way out. I'm going to try, like I said, try and see if I can't just spin it over to starter and get it to come free. Shouldn't start because I gotta bleed the injectors. I wish the starter was on this side so I could jump it and watch everything. And I don't have a jumper wire with. But I am going to do one other thing because, oh, this is how I cleaned. I should have maybe showed you this. Sorry. It's terry cloth towel. And it's just a little nylon bristle brush. I would stick to this terry cloth towel. The injector cups. I sprayed a little cleaner, carb cleaner on here. I wiped it out first. I sprayed a little carb cleaner on here, went down, and I twisted this around inside the injector cup. Cleaned the injector cup out really good. Cleaned it all up as best as I could. There's kind of a mess in there. But, like I said, I'm doing the best I can here. Now, I'm going to bar this thing over. See, both of these stick a little bit, but when the piston comes back up, they'll pop right up. I'm thinking, and I'm hoping that with the penetrating oil and stuff I've all sprayed in there, and they are kind of fairly loose, I just want to double check this first one because back a little bit. Let me get this injector line on. I was going to double check this first one because I was kind of putting the micrometer in there in a funky way, and I just got everything here, so I want to double check it because this one is fairly easy to get into. It's splitting hairs. It's 164.4. I mean, now I got 159.5, so. So 164.4, it's a little high. I wonder if I can just tighten it a little, maybe, and get that much. Yeah. I'm just tightening the lock nut, and that's all it takes to change it. So like I said, when you put this together, double check, because I just did here. I can turn the locking nut, and I bumped it. I'm probably being too picky, but yeah, I think I just created myself a disaster. No. I should have left it alone. I was so close that would have been probably just fine. Now I'm gonna sit here screwing around and trying to be fussy and sometimes a guy creates himself a lot of work being fussy, but 146.2. I'm leaving it alone. So that's how that worked. Wrench is off. I got a battery here. That's interesting. Well, I'm going to tighten the cable up some. And hopefully they just spread it that far when they took it apart. Well, here's the moment of truth.